debonair, your style so debonair. One look from you and time stands still. Somehow you hold that magic power that makes me fall apart when you step into the room. You're like a movie star when you sit at the bar. The crowd starts whispering your name. It's like a mystery that comes as no surprise to me. It's all about your beautiful eyes. One glance from you is all that it takes me. Romance then fills my soul and my heart just skips a beat. Somehow I've got to try to keep from being shy when you just take my breath away. But more than anything, the thing that makes me come alive, it's all about your beautiful eyes. Somehow I've got to try to keep from being shy when you just take my breath away. But more than anything, the thing that makes me come alive, it seems so oversimplified, although I must admit I tried. It's
Hello, Vault Dwellers!
We are here, Vault 111.
And I just got my screen on back order, no ETA, and last update was January 20th. You're gonna get it soon, man. You're gonna get it soon. And it's not Pit Boy, it's Pip.
Pip.
P-I-P.
Yes.
P-I-P.
Yes. Pip. Oh yeah, well, I'm technically in Vault 420. Yes, you are correct, Ben.
We're always in Vault 420.
Woo!
How you feeling today, man?
Sore as shit.
Sore?
Hurting, but I'm alive, breathing.
Maybe you need to stop bottoming out.
I can't.
Oh man, so we got a lot to talk about today, and all of it is going to be about Fallout.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
So we're going to talk about the show towards the end of the show, like halfway through. We're going to start talking about the show. Just season 2. And we could do a little precursor for season 1 also.
Yeah. We definitely have to touch up on parts of season 1 in order for our theories for season 2 to make sense.
Yeah, and we're going to break down some of the theories that we had too, if they were right or wrong. And they're kind of like half and half. Geo's body is breaking apart, so don't mind him.
Yeah.
He's about to end up looking like Thaddeus with a
be like, yeah. Oh.
It's just, look, when you're bending over, right, Geo, and you're getting your arms pulled back, they can't pull back viciously, okay? I'm just saying.
Tell Ness. Tell Ness.
He is not allowed to do anything.
I just become submissive at that point. Just take me.
Next time, be careful with the arms, my guy. Your work arms.
I know. But
man. So
had a visit from my daughter yesterday, so it was really cool. Had some dinner.
On Fallout Day.
On Fallout Day. Yeah, dude, it was funny too, because while we were having dinner, 9 o'clock hit. And I just kept looking at the fucking clock like, I'm missing everything. But no, we got around to watching it, so I was excited. He said I've done it, but we're blessed we did. I mean, it had to get done as far as I'm concerned. I just didn't want nobody to walk. I wanted everybody to just be, conveniently
Look,
right to the house.
this shit ain't leaving till May. Let's be real.
Yeah, man, it's cool. Listen, I'm alive still. That's what matters. I'm still alive.
This
I'm
shit's
grateful.
gonna be here till fucking May.
Yeah.
So, man, so very excited. We'll get to the show, but just quick rating.
Yeah.
For season 2. What do you got?
For season 2, right off the bat, I got to give it a solid. And this is me being kind, an 8.5 for this season.
Funny, because that's the exact same rating I gave it to.
An 8.5, solid.
I gave it an 8.5 too. Ness gives it a 10. I do give it an 8.5, and I'll get into I'll get into those reasons right now. Nothing really negative. There were a couple lore things that were super questionable, which I don't like that Amazon keeps. They are continuously doing it. Some things they're making sense. Some things they're leaving a couple plot holes, which is fine.
Yeah.
And the second thing was that I just felt it felt rushed. 8 episodes. I mean, they had the budget to make 10 episodes. I mean, come on. They could have given us at least an hour and a half finale, because that last episode was a lot of jump cuts.
It was a packed episode.
Yeah. And not that the episode was bad. It was a really good episode. It just felt rushed. That was it.
I felt like a lot of the episode could have easily been stretched out to kind of give us more behind it and shit. But Yep,
it came out last night.
Yep.
The last 2 episodes came out on Tuesday nights. It needs to stop getting me in the feels. I wasn't ready. Same here, but we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. But I mean, Gio, why are you such a Fallout fan? What is it about Fallout that drives you? What is it about Fallout that makes you feel like you're at home?
I love the
sound off in the chat too, guys.
I love the option of choice within Fallout, because even in the episode we got a hint on that too, where everything becomes a matter of choice, and your choices do play out in a major way later on down the line, and you don't even expect it to happen. It's like your choices done fucking 4 or 5 missions ago are gonna have a huge effect on what happens in like the end game of where you're going towards. I love that about Fallout, because you can't predict where it's gonna go, because there's multitudes of choices to make. There's various ways to end this story, and then various ways to leave the story open-ended, which is what I feel New Vegas ended up doing, which fucking Amazon took full advantage on, because they did an incredible job tying in a lot of loose ends, bringing people that weren't familiar with the New Vegas story, bringing people into that. And then so much so we had people going back and purchasing games from Fallout 1 all the way up to fucking 3 in New Vegas. So it's like
1 and 2 are very special games too.
Oh yeah.
They're very centric.
Like that, those 2 games I honestly feel have the most lore juice in them.
I agree.
Than any other fucking Fallout game.
I
over
agree.
4, over 76. That has the most lore juice. But I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, for me, it's the world building.
The
freedom. The world building is incredible. And I really feel like in order to have a good background, you need to have a good lore.
Yeah.
And the games themselves have fucked around with the lore. Fallout 76 specifically.
Yeah.
But I feel like that they had to find a way to make kind of things make sense. They made things make sense with 76, which is great.
Yeah.
And they, there is just something about being able, like we had with GTA, right?
Yeah.
So with GTA, we had the freedom to kill hookers and rob taxis and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And here we go beyond that, we're taking drugs, we're killing good people for bad decisions, right?
What I found, like the separation for me, like for Fallout and a game like GTA, was in GTA, when you committed the act, like a lewd act, the consequences were immediate. You know what I mean? You knew what to expect as far as the consequences. You got a star rating that told you exactly how fucked you were. In Fallout, you don't know. It's the choices you make that later on lead you to whatever encounter you're about to, like. If you go ahead and you side with, like, say in 76, you side with Foundation, you're fucked when you come across a Raider. But you know what? Like, any interaction with the Raiders is going to be hostile. But if you side with the Raiders, you kind of have an open option now because of the way they set up the world. And like you said, the world building. You're kind of working your way through it and building it as you go. Like, you're accommodating it to your style, which I fucking love about Fallout games.
So, and I have a great answer for this. I think the Fallout TV show is 1,000 times better than the Fallout game, and that's coming from somebody who hasn't played the game. Well, let me implore you with this, D. I know the game could be overwhelming for people who aren't into a game like that. Go to the mods that are available on console and play in God mode.
Yeah.
Play the cheat menu. Play for the story. Who gives a fuck? Okay.
Yeah, literally. And that's what I love about, Bethesda and what they did. They opened up that game with the mods and with the creation suites to allow you to even further your freedom of play. You know what I mean? Now you could be fucking anything in those worlds, which is incredible. I love it.
And I just want to say, I do have a website with like film grade Fallout outfits for like $90. I'll make sure to send that to Gio so that when you guys do want to get yourself some sexy time outfits,
never played the game. Oh man, you're missing out. You're definitely missing out, Kicking.
Definitely missing out. Damn, those Oakland Raiders in Vegas are crazy.
Fucking asshole. Fuck you, D.
Yeah. So I mean,
morning, Abdel.
So yeah, I'm telling you, if you guys have never played Fallout, and if you guys feel you're going to be too overwhelmed with the game, just play the game in God mode. It's okay.
Yep.
The option is there for you. Okay. And if you need help, you can hit up one of us. I don't need more cosplay. Hey, listen, there's never enough cosplay. Never enough. Never enough. You hear that, Frenchie? But yeah, next thing. So the franchise as a whole.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the genre has changed multiple times. It used to be an isometric CRPG. Then it was a first-person RPG. Then it was an online survival MMO. Now it's a prestige, premium fucking TV show on Amazon Prime. The eras that this franchise has gone through with this IP, we've had, fan films. We've had creators like Mrs. Fallout. Not
for nothing. The one of my favorite renditions of a fan made Fallout feature has been the Nuka Break series. Probably one of the most incredible fucking YouTube series right now. If you guys haven't checked out Nuka Break on YouTube, do yourselves a favor. It's funny as fuck, and it's really well done for a bunch of independent fucking guys. Like, legitimately. Really good fucking show.
I love it, and like it's just so interesting because like we were alive through every era of Fallout. Some of us, like myself, I just played it. I think 1 and 2, maybe 2 years ago, something like that.
I played it ages ago.
I just didn't think about it. You know what I mean? I didn't have a PC to play video games when I was a kid. But just the fact that these are options that we're able to have. I ended up buying 1 and 2 from the Bethesda website themselves, so I always have it, and it's just like it's amazing, And just to be able to see all the different things that we've been able to get from them, and then now we're getting conventions, which 2020. Let's talk about that. The Power Armor Festival.
27, man. I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Tell me, what are your expectations from Power Armor Festival?
Honestly, I'm really excited to see like the creativity of the cosplayers. That's usually the one thing I really love going to conventions for, is seeing just how creative people get with the costumes, and especially like with the popularity of the TV show, you already know people are going to try to go above and beyond. Ghoulified motherfuckers, especially. Yeah. I'm expecting to see a shitload of ghouls.
And this one that's happening in April 2027 in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, it's the first one.
That shit is incredible. Well, yeah, 76 is technically the first one. Like,
It
lore
is
wise.
the first. It is the first one. It's
Yeah,
not even technically. It
yeah.
is. There is nothing else that takes place in any other earlier timeline. And we're talking about at least we're talking like 200 years before the show even happens.
Yeah.
So whatever is going on in West Virginia, you don't have if you're on PlayStation or Xbox, you don't have to buy the game.
No, it's free on Game Pass and PlayStation Plus,
Yeah,
and
you do
it
not need to buy
is
it
if you do own it on PS4, you can play it on PS5. There is only a PS4 version for the 5.
for
So
now. There's
yeah, for
actually
now.
the PS5 version is coming out this year, so
Yep.
make sure you guys keep an eye on that. Well, I'm actually super excited for it. I'm not buying anything, and I have 92 cents to my names. Then you don't need to spend a dime, Wings.
Yeah,
You
at
don't
all.
need to spend a dime. All you need to do is
Plus,
go.
you're good to go.
Yep. Then you could start playing today, and the Brotherhood of Steel pack is on. So I got to go
Which
in
is
there.
funny because Bethesda actually had a promotion this past week, or actually a week prior, where they were allowing players to try the game for free for the entire weekend, which was they
Which
do
is
it
which
often.
is crazy. Which is crazy because it's on Game Pass and
Yeah,
PS Plus.
but they do that often, which I love about Bethesda. They do pay a shitload of attention to their fan base. They're keeping an ear out on what we're looking for. So I mean, again, yeah, I'm really excited to see where the fuck we go, game
Yeah,
wise.
yeah, and you know what? I'll bring that up too. Fucking Call of Duty. They fucking did an amazing crossover that looked
Their
way better
skins
than
look
the fucking
fucking
Bethesda
incredible.
games. They
Those skins
fucking
look fucking incredible.
Call of Duty being the pieces of shits that they are. Super crazy that they came out with some of the best skins that we've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Yep.
Ever. Not even Bethesda could have done something like that, but different engines, different time. So what is your favorite thing about the lore? What is or what is your favorite lore part about Fallout? What is your favorite era?
Dude, I mean, personally, I gotta go with 4.
Yeah.
I have to go with Fallout 4 just because the big bad in Fallout 4 is displayed more as like a ghost. You know what I mean? Like like they play it out like the fucking Illuminati, which I mean, let's be real, the Enclave does play out the same way, but I love how the Institute was something more. Like they advanced the shit out of it. Like when you play Fallout 4, you notice like the FEV wing in there is shut down. So it's like they no longer needed that. They found like I just love the way that storyline took place. And a lot of the Fallout stories had something to do with, Vault Dweller going out and looking for his dad. You know what I mean? And this one, it was you going out and looking for your son. And I mean, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody who fucking hasn't played Fallout 4. It's been out for years. Fucking play it. But the story that plays on from there, going further than that, like even after the discovery of that, it's so enveloping. Like it opens up so more, and I loved what they did with the expansions as far as like Nuka World. It really opened up worlds because the results of Nuka World also had a play to do in Commonwealth.
Yeah.
So like whatever you did within the Commonwealth had a huge effect on how everybody reacted to you within Nuka World and vice versa. So it was really cool the way they mapped out all those sects, like with what you call it. Far Harbor. Far Harbor was one of my favorite fucking maps. No bullshit. I loved the gloomy, like almost haunting aesthetic that Far Harbor like gave me. Like it was really fucking cool. It was really new, and it reminded me of like Lemoyne and fucking Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's where Far Harbor took me, and that was probably my favorite fucking setting within that game alone was Far Harbor.
It's so funny you say that too, because Freeside was filmed in a studio where they shot a lot of westerns.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So for
I mean,
me,
I can see it.
For me, it's the 76 era.
Okay.
And like the Fallout 2 era really drives in tide there because I really love what was going on in Fallout 2 with the Master and the Nightkin and all that stuff. Really special shit. But the 76 era, 25 years after the bombs dropped, there's just something so special to me about a group of people who waited to get out of that vault to bring the world back. And
Mm-hmm.
there is something truly special about it. And the stories that came from that era too, like the Brotherhood of Steel stories.
Yeah.
Was I can't remember the name of the unit, but they were up in the mountains and they got killed by a bunch of Scorched because they didn't. You know which they I can't remember their fucking name.
Yeah, you know.
Let,
I know what you're
let's look.
talking about, though.
Fallout 76.
Oh, we're going in.
Which group got killed by the Scorch? It was like a U.S. Army / Brotherhood group.
Mm.
Almost Human Life, the Brotherhood, the Appalachian Brotherhood of Steel, the entire West Virginia chapter led by Elizabeth Taggarty. That's what it was. They made a final stand at Fort Defiance and during Operation Touchdown in the Glass Cavern. So yeah, they were affected heavily, and they actually lost a lot of soldiers in that too, which is
Yeah.
crazy. But like the story of people fighting for their lives, and then you have a group of vault dwellers that didn't realize that there were still people, and it kind of like it does obviously because it's a newer game, it doesn't set up the precedent for the next 200 years.
Of course.
And I think that's also very special. Like things that are happening in the show, what we're talking about is like 200 years prior. It's like ancient history to them. Like
Yeah.
for us, when we talk about the Revolutionary War, these are things that are happening in wide spans of the timeline, and it's so fucking cool. Like,
It is.
how do you do something like that and then like just make it so fun? Because we have games that take place 5 years, 10 years apart from each other.
Yeah.
Each of these games are like a, longer
Yeah.
than that.
A
I mean,
couple,
granted,
a couple decades.
Yeah, 4 in New Vegas are like a couple years. I think like 9 or 10 years or something like that.
I think so. Yeah. Something.
Yeah, but like every other game is like so far out of the timeline. It's like, dude, like people in Fallout 4 are reading about Elizabeth Taggarty and be like, wow, that was ancient history.
Yeah.
It's so interesting, man. And the
Yeah,
same
they
thing,
would
like
consider her like a founder, like one of the founders. You know what I mean? Like one of the early chapter founders.
and then even things like we all love the pre-war era, the music, the world that we wish that we had, where nuclear energy was used to give us free energy and stuff like that.
Right.
There's something special about that too. There's a lot of hopium that this game gives you.
Hmm.
And but yeah, man. So if you had to choose a Fallout drug, which drug would it be?
I gotta go with the hype, yo. I gotta go with the hype, and that's gotta be Jet.
Do you know what Jet's made out of?
No.
Should I keep it to myself?
No. Let her know.
So if you look at this, so if you look at the lore,
Yeah.
and I never take Jet. Jet is made out of Brahmin shit.
Nice.
It's the fume, like when cows shit the fumes.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm a Mentats kind of guy.
That's pretty fucking funny. Wait, now I'm curious. What's Buff Out?
Let's find out.
Yeah, now I'm curious as fuck. Going down a rabbit hole. Let's get it.
So Buff Out, pre-war, highly addictive, advanced steroid designed to enhance physical ability.
Pre-war.
All right, so it's got unsalted butter, icing sugar. Oh no, this is from the Vault Dwellers Cookbook. My
I was
bad.
about to say, wait a minute, that sounds delicious. What psycho? Seems like it would suit me.
So it says Buff Out in the game's lore. Buff Out is distinct from Jet. Yeah, but I want the. Hang on a second.
Yeah,
In
what are
the
the properties?
Fallout lore, what is used to make Buff Out? Buff Tats are pretty good too. When you mix the two together, Buff Out is basically the Wasteland sketchiest gym workout. So it's anabolic steroids, amphetamines, and protein. No confirmed FEV, no radiation-based mutation, no chems like Jet. But Buff Out is usually modeled as pills, syringes, and protein powder style containers.
God damn. All right, hold on.
Come home. I'm sick. I need fallout meds.
Fallout meds.
What Psycho? It seems like it would suit me. What
Agreed.
about? Let's find out. What about Psycho? Oh, it's where Fallout goes full mad scientist war crime. Oh my god. it's a it's a cocktail. So Psycho is a cocktail of extreme amphetamines, adrenaline analogs, pain suppressants, and aggressive enhancers. So there you go. Geo takes all your drugs. Yeah, no, that's not cool. You gotta at least get the mentats. You gotta at least get the mentats. Geo had to take his old man piss. Yeah. Psycho is certainly a cocktail. No, those are his fave. No, fuck that. Take it from him. Take it from him.
Yeah. I need all the drugs, bro. I'm the ghoul.
So what do you feel about the significance of a nuclear war happening to be the basis of the whole story of this?
I mean, I think it's relative. It's something that can potentially happen. Like, it can happen. Like, it's not something that's far-fetched. It's not something that, can be considered impossible. Like, it could legitimately happen. We have nuclear ability. Like, we got it. Like, multiple countries have it too. We've been threatening each other with it for fucking decades now. So I think it's very possible, and I love the fact that the story takes place and that's the plot of how it all goes down.
Yep.
Now, the fact that it goes down with China and shit like that, a little far-fetched, but at the same time, like, it was just the fact that it is definitely possible, and not just with, that country, with any fucking country. So it's weird, especially when you got something like the Enclave, roaming around, and that makes it an even bigger problem. So it's fishy. It's fishy.
Where do you think that you'd be working for Vault-Tec, or do you think you'd be an experiment at Vault-Tec?
I think I'd end up an experiment.
I think I'd end up working. I think I'd try to pull like my military background shit and be like, yeah.
They'd be like, yeah, this guy's he's got asthma. He's going right in the fucking. Yeah. See what we can do with him.
All right, so let's talk about a couple of the vaults real quick. I'm gonna run down some of them and some of their experiments. Vault 3 from New Vegas. I'd be locked in a cage. Vault 3, no particular experiment but suffered a water leak. Sounds familiar? Requiring them to open the vault and were traitors before being massacred by the fiends. Mm-hmm. Vault 8, vaults would open after 10 years and use its GEC to repopulate. No particular experiment, but maybe that is the experiment.
Possibly.
Vault 11 from New Vegas. Every year, one person was to be sacrificed, or the whole vault would be killed, which turned out to be a lie.
Yep, that's
honestly, the most fucked up one.
That is possibly one of the most fucked up ones, because there's one that I definitely find extremely fucked, but that one is seriously fucked up, because now you're doing exactly what we've been doing in this country for years, which is fear tactics. There's no actual threat, but it's just the initial fucking idea of there being a threat is what fucks everybody up.
Next one, Vault 13. Vault 12. Vault door was deliberately designed not to properly close to expose inhabitants to radiation. Vault 13 was to remain closed for 200 years and be a reserve test population if the Enclave required subjects at any time. Vault 15 remained closed for 50 years and house people with radical diversive ideologies to see how they interact. which that's a crazy one too.
That is pretty crazy.
Vault 19, inhabitants were separated into two groups. One wore red while the other wore blue. Are you thinking skits? Next, Vault 27 overcrowded the vault with 2,000 dwellers. Vault 22 tasked with the development of plant life, able to grow without the need of sunlight. Vault 29, no one above 15 years old were allowed to enter the vault. Vault 34 had an improper locking mechanism for the doors and had an armory filled with lots of guns and ammunition. Vault 36, dwellers were to only be served a thin, watery gruel to eat. 42, no light bulbs of more than 40 watts. Vault 43, populated with 20 men, 10 women, and 1 panther. There's actually a comic book about that.
There is. Well, the one that I'm referring to is a comic book as well. Yeah. Go on.
We'll get to it because I see it here.
Go on.
Vault 51 assigned a Zax unit whose task was to learn how to select the perfect overseer. 53, everything in the vault was designed to break down every few months and cause stress.
That's fucked.
55, no entertainment tapes. All entertainment tapes were removed except for those of a terrible comedian. 68, populated 1,000 men and 1 woman. 69, populated 999 women and only 1 man. 75, developing suitable human subjects that would be capable of surviving the wasteland through mental and physical torture on inhabitants under 18 years old to make a desirable gene pool of strong and intelligent humans. Those that failed to meet the standards were executed after turning 18, though some of that succeeded were killed off regardless to maintain the refined genetic lineage desired. Vault 76 housed 500 of the most successful, competitive, capable, and brilliant citizens of America for 25 years before being released to repopulate. 77 houses only 1 man who was provided a crate of puppets to serve as company.
That's the one.
Yep.
That's the one. The man actually became a legend in the Wasteland, which is fucking amazing. People refer to him as, the Puppet Man. Which was insane because he was convinced that a Vault Boy puppet was telling him to kill people, and he would blame every kill on the puppet. So he was just a fucking madman. And if you play games like 76 and even 3, there is mention of him. Like if you listen to people's dialogue talking to each other, like on the side of the street, they'll talk about this guy. Be like, hey, you ever heard of the Puppet Man? Or, this guy's fucking known for talking. Like, really crazy fucking shit. But it was really cool how they implemented that.
Yep,
so,
I agree.
Get out of the vault, which is scary.
81, research diseases and expose those diseases to radiation to see if any mutations occurred. 87, tasked to experiment with FEV on its inhabitants. 88.
Sounds familiar.
88, test prototype technologies which would be sent to over other vaults. 92, housed only musicians who were to be exposed to an experimental white noise hypnotic signal that would make them
crazy. That's fucking crazy.
94, inhabitants were to follow the principles of faith, nonviolence, communal life, and being one with nature to discover that there is indeed good deep down all mankind. Vault-Tec desired to mostly see how would people adapt to such ideologies inside the vault and in a post-apocalypse. 95, the vault was housed completely by drug addicts except for 1 undercover employee from Vault-Tec who secretly monitored the experiment. I know you know this one. So the inhabitants got sober, and this agent opened up a cabinet full of drugs. And some of them,
it's kind of like a reality show. He saw things were getting exciting, so he was like, "Let me spice something up." Oops! Door open. Drugs.
Next, 96, an ark housing frozen embryos of multiple species to restore world ecosystems, but only organism deemed essential dubbed core fauna. 101, this is my favorite one, remain closed and have a dictatorial overseer. This is still, this is probably still running vault right now. Yeah,
still functioning.
106, after 10 days of the vault being sealed, the facility was to be pumped with a colorless gas which caused hallucinations. Fallout of Vault 108. assigned 2 experiments. One was for the overseer to die of cancer in 40 months. The power supply malfunction after 240 months. Lack backup systems, have an overstocked armory, and have no entertainment. I don't want to be in that one. At least 101.
That's maddening.
101 seems fine to me. 111 for Fallout 4, which researched long-term effects of humans when cryogenically frozen, which we're learning from the show that there were more vaults that were experimenting from this. Vault 112, experiment residents were to live inside a simulation while under suspended animation. That to me is tied up with that
because that's fucked up. Because suspended animation, that means within their fucking minds, if they die, they can't. Like, they're reliving the same fucking nightmare over and over again.
You sacrifice all those people so that he could live in there forever alone.
Yeah.
We got a few more. Where are we at? 114 was going to house Boston politicians and other wealthy elites were to live in a lifestyle experienced by those in extreme poverty. And 118 was going to have a social hierarchy of the rich and poor under discriminatory guidelines. We'll do a BRVG video that probably talks about more of those.
Yeah, because there is a fair amount, and there are some fucked up experiments that happen in a lot.
Yeah, so let's talk about the show now. So season 1 was amazing. It gave us hope that video game adaptations could survive in today's world. You know, and now we're getting other ones coming soon. But this show just really gave us what we wanted. They gave us the vibe, they gave us the core, they gave us the music, the colors, the sachet fonte of it all, like, man. So when we meet our three protagonists or antagonists, depending on, I guess, how you want to
view it. Yeah,
because in a way, if you in a perspective, they would be looked at villains for people who don't understand what's going on. And we have Lucy, Ghoul, and Maximus. And I mean, I gotta say, when we get to it, I'm really Maximus is starting to grow on me now.
Well,
and there's just something really special about what we got. So why don't you kick it off, man, and talk about what we witnessed.
Right off the bat, the way the episode opened is something that I've been talking about for the past few episodes. I mean, for the past couple of conversations, which was we weren't getting enough Culkin. Like, I was really upset that Culkin was not really a standout. We got one episode with him, but this episode opened up with him, and god damn did it open up with him. Like, he took a stand. The reveal. That fucking reveal from Caesar, like from the last Kaiser, was maddening, because the amount, I can only imagine, because think about how long Kaiser has been dead. You know what I mean? And that body must have been sitting on that fucking ground.
It fucking smelled so bad.
How many wars, like civil wars between the Legion itself, because we saw there was 2 Kaisers at a point. How many others were there? How many other fucking battalions died on, like, looking for that one fucking peak? And then to get there to find out that it was for fucking nothing? Nothing. Now, what I loved about the whole shit is we really got to see the Legion's characteristics through Culkin, because the ego immediately took over.
It's all he has.
Immediately took over.
It's funny because, like, when that was happening, and I immediately, when they had the overhead shot, I saw Culkin, the top of Culkin's head dragging the body. I'm like, is he dragging Kaiser's body? No way,
dude. Now, the reveal on the note itself, fucking saying that, it ends with him. He was the Legion. Like, that was it. Like,
they all wasted their time.
Culkin's delivery of that reaction at that moment was chef's kiss, because he didn't have to say a goddamn word. The disappointment, the disdain, knowing how many fucking people died on that line. The fact that he was led, because he was the legate, he was led for an unpromised end, just to fucking decide that end for himself and say, fuck it. Kill the only witness. The only witness there, take the crown for himself and announce himself as the new fucking Kaiser. My favorite take from
Love
that
it.
scene, my favorite take, Kaiser's palace. Fucking hilarious. I died.
Yep, yep.
I died.
It's so cool too, but the one thing that was predicted from the trailer because
Yes.
now we saw we didn't know because we knew that there was a Caesar and we
Mm-hmm.
assumed it was the back of Macaulay Culkin's
Uh-huh.
head, and we finally got the shot.
Yeah, man.
Because it was kind of like, well, who was that guy with the crown? And then we finally got it.
Yeah,
So that
no.
was really cool. And now they're on their way to New Vegas, and that is the last of them that we hear,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I think is going to lead to the game.
I think that's going to lead to the game, but I also believe that is going to lead like that expands on what season 3 might have already set. But we'll get into that when we get to the end.
Yeah.
For and then we move on. And we got fucking Thaddeus, we got Maximus, we got the Death Claws, we got this whole fucking confrontation going on.
It's because the show jumped a lot, so we're going to talk about the whole thing all together. So there was a lot going on there. So before the big thing happens, we have the fight, and now everyone's taking fucking bets too, which is fucking hilarious.
The best, because it gives you like these guys are from Vegas, they're from the Strip, so gambling is already in their blood.
It's Freeside, Freeside, they knew it. And and I love the background shots of all the other casinos that we didn't get to go inside of, and we got to see them outside. Yep. So the fight was incredible. I mean, the Death Claws blowing the fuck up, and him fighting for his life, and the fusion core dying.
Really Iron Man-esque. Like I loved that whole scene, and then the one shit from the scene that I fucking loved, and even Ness fucking like caught eye, was in the visor view of Maximus. Every time a piece of the armor got damaged, you're seeing the damage like it's shown in the game, like with the armor parts. Like I fucking loved that they implemented shit like that. Like it was really cool. That whole fucking fight sequence really cool.
Yeah,
Thaddeus coming out of left field with the save.
What I love about this too, the power armor.
Yeah.
They didn't make it cheesy like the movements. They made it heavy. Like it was hard to carry. It was hard to move around, Yeah. And I love that they did that because, even with power armor, you're invincible, but you're not agile. You're not nimble.
You're still held back. Your mobility is definitely held back.
And then, Thaddeus makes a shot and he starts reloading with his fucking foot, which was fucking hilarious.
That was fucking funny. It was funny. I mean, the entire sequence was really well done. Like, really well done.
So this next part was the part that made me really grow on him. So power armor's fucked up. He starts crawling out. I'm thinking, this is it. He's going to fucking die. Yeah. That's it. And the fucking guy, was
just he grabs a fucking roulette top and a stick. Like yo, that.
But didn't that make you feel like the player at that moment? Like when you have nothing left, you have to go with what you have, what you're carrying with you. Yep. I felt like the player in that moment right there. And I was just
it was an incredible fucking display of like his heart. Like it really showed you like how devout he was to not just protect the people of Freeside, but to also stand out as something, to stand for something. Because think about it, you put yourself in the position of Maximus, bro. The man looked up to the Brotherhood, and the Brotherhood completely squashed him. Like it squashed his dreams.
He got a blank check to redeem himself,
pretty much. And God damn, did he redeem himself
to be the hero that he wants to be.
Yep.
And I think that was so cool because even the guy in the bar, he was like, he's just a fucking kid. He was like, we got to help him.
Yeah, like that was that realization. But then the reaction. I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
Fucking incredible. But no, really cool.
Great, but then,
before we hop into what happens after that, let's hop back. We also got a scene where we left off in the last episode, where Ghoul is in the tower in 38 with the Robert House fucking display. Bro, a lot of shit happened in that scene that set off so many red flags that it was ridiculous. Now, I had mentioned that I believe the Yes Man ending might be a strong fucking key point here, because that's what the Yes Man ending ends up doing. He ends up taking over the house thing. So to have that, like, what set me off. All right, let's go for the red flag.
I did have to do some reading about this too. So go,
Yeah.
go on. I'll go on after.
So what set me off was, one, the reference to old friend and chum, like he was overly friendly. You know what I mean? Whereas the last interaction that we saw with Robert House and fucking Cooper was very tense when they left off. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of weird to see that reaction from House, like very calm and almost very fucking robotic. Especially when he asked, Cooper asked one thing: what happens if I shoot this fucker? You know what I mean? When he was pointing the rifle at the core. And the response was very automated. He was like, something. Like he says something that's doesn't sound like a human response.
So this bothered me too.
Yeah.
And I really had to read about it, and I was up till like 3 a.m. reading shit just to really get my brain right. So like he apparently, and this is something I guess that I overlooked in New Vegas, or something that we all knew. He uploaded himself, right?
Yes.
But we have always been under the impression that if the courier did the Yes Man ending, which we didn't really get an ending.
No, they didn't really single out anything at all.
Technically, he said he was bludgeoned with a crowbar.
Yes.
You know, which it's not one of the options. Neither is poison. But I guess like to play around with it, because if someone with if a player with a crowbar had a crowbar in their hand and killed them with it, it would kind of make sense that was the ending that was chosen. But no ending was really defined here.
No.
But the whole fact that he uploaded his whole entire mind into it is kind of baffling, because he was shut down.
Exactly.
So why didn't the backup come on immediately?
That's where
So it's really weird. I don't know what to make of it. But it really kind of retcons New Vegas in a way, and it just turns New Vegas into a TV show POI now.
Yeah.
You know, and
it really
again,
does.
I'm gonna say it again. There's just the shade. Okay, I just and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I do feel that way.
Which let's also talk about the shade, because when Culkin refers to New Vegas, he doesn't call it New Vegas. He just called it, well, we'll go and take back this place they call Vegas. Like, he didn't even mention New. It's just Vegas. That's all it is.
There was something, and I'm telling you, call me crazy, okay? Call me crazy one more fucking time, motherfuckers. I'm telling you, okay? Because now I spent 33 days straight playing 1 all the way to 76, and I put myself through the horror of New Vegas, okay? I get it, okay? But I just really do believe that there really was no definitive ending that they chose from the game. Yeah, the courier was there. Yeah, he probably beat the shit out of his body. So, I mean, show us the body at least. At least give us. But yeah, that's here.
But that's besides the point.
But that's what I was saying about earlier, where there was just some things that felt rushed.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know.
So we got the encounter between him, and then Ghoul makes the push for exactly what he's been doing this whole time. He wants to know where his family is. Robert House fucking makes him put on a Pit Boy, which was fucking hilarious. So he has to put on a Pit Boy, which has Robert House's face. Yeah, that was amazing.
And the full circle of
it was
that
fucking hilarious.
Was oh my god!
He lures him to the management tunnels, which is leading to the Vault Tech facility, which is where Lucy and Hank are. And yeah, dude, the revelation of Hank was absolutely fucking astounding.
Yeah, so let's talk about Hank and Lucy,
dude.
Which we already knew, but it's confirmed.
Yeah.
He's Enclave, okay?
Well, he's not Enclave. He is an acolyte for the Enclave.
Yeah.
So he's
we would
trying to get into
and we
the
would assume the same thing. Now, here's my question.
yeah.
It wasn't mentioned at all,
Mm.
and it's maybe not right because we look at the way that Harper looks.
Hmm.
Is Lucy Harper's mom?
I
I mean,
mentioned that to
Harper
Ness.
Lucy's mom. Like,
I
could it
mentioned
be?
that to Ness, but at the same time, I also thought of the extended time that Harper was still asleep while Hank was out as being the overseer. You know, he married Rose, and they had the two kids. So I don't think Harper is the mom, but the reveal that Harper
Yeah.
goes that far back into the relationship with fucking Hank, that was insane.
And that they're married,
Absolutely
which is even crazy.
fucking-
But yeah,
but
let's get,
it's to be expected. You're
Yeah.
in Vegas. They
So-
spent a little bit of time together. So yeah, we got hitched, we got married.
that's who we're talking about, Harper.
Yeah, Harper, yeah.
I call her by her last name because she's a fucking traitor. But anyways, but yeah, let's get back to Hank and Lucy because that whole scene. I mean, when
It was wrenching. It was wrenching because
as a father,
you could see, Hank is completely devout and invested in his job. But at the same time,
dedicated to the
there is real love between him and his daughter. Like, he does love her undeniably. That's without fucking question.
he's just
But-
not a good person.
But
That's
he
all
is
it is.
so fucking conflictive with what he wants, and what he wants, as we notice, is to get into the door of the Enclave. Like, he is being watched. That message that he laid out, when we thought he was saying it's a fucking house. The
Yeah.
entire time he was talking and trying to reach out to the Enclave, which they were fucking listening. We find out they were fucking listening.
Because my dick got hard for that.
Yo, so
So he's about to put the chip in her, and Ghoul comes out of fucking nowhere. after
yo,
having
all right,
a
that was fucking
conversation.
incredible.
And then because on the way, Ghoul is being told by House
Hmm.
that even though the investors came for him and all this diddle daddle, that House just rigged everything.
Yeah, that he had everything rigged.
Which why wouldn't you? Why fucking wouldn't you? If you were House,
Yeah, I mean, and then we also got the other major reveal, that House described, that all those death claws, everything that happened to New Vegas, that was the result of the Enclave. The Enclave was fully responsible for what happened to Vegas. The Strip being abandoned, the death claws being planted, they did that. So it was cool to fucking notice. And then what was even fucking crazy, what was cool was the fact that the Enclave was so fucking like secretive that not even House was aware of them. Like, we've got that proof now. House did not know about them whatsoever until
fucked their whole
after the
shit up.
fucking fact. Yeah, he fucked their whole shit up.
It's so cool, man. So Ghoul comes in, rescues him,
Mhm.
and now the tables are turned because Hank wants to put this chip in his daughter. But now we have that video game moment as Lucy, where you decide, like, well, in the game, would you kill him right there, or do you put the chip in him? So she puts the chip in him. They go outside. He's looking at the view, and he pretty much he speaks out and says that the real experiment was the outside world.
Yeah.
Which is another lore breaking thing, but it makes sense because Enclave has always been behind the scenes.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It doesn't necessarily break lore because Enclave wasn't just the vaults. They had nothing to do with the vault experiments. They had to do everything with the results of all those experiments, which is exactly what happened on the top on the Wasteland. They were trying to take over the fucking world, not the vaults. They could give a fuck. They just had plenty of cannon fodder to feed off of from these vaults.
Yep. And continuing that, Hank then pulls out during a beautiful conversation that he has with Lucy.
Yeah,
And,
it was hard. It was really hard to watch.
He pulls out his own emitter
Mhm.
and wipes his own memory.
Well, he wipes his own memory, but also activates, because he said that they had already put out Like he had already sent out a batch of these. So whatever was activated from there, I honestly have a weird feeling they're either somebody within the Legion, we're going to see the return of the Khans, or we're going to see some other major faction make their fucking way that we haven't seen yet.
Yep.
But
So
it was crazy.
So before we get back to, because when we go back to the goal, that will be pretty much ending it.
Yeah.
But let's go back to Freeside with Maximus, who is standing face to face with this Deathclaw. Okay, and over here I'm like, wow, Maximus really grew on me in this moment because he would run from shit.
I thought it was done. I thought he was about to make the noble sacrifice, and Freeside was just going to watch and be like, oh, fuck that, let's kill that thing.
And then a VATS-induced shot from an NCR Ranger.
Yo, let's say it. Taken straight out of the fucking New Vegas intro.
Yeah, it's legitimately the exact same thing.
Woo!
Like picture beautiful. For picture. My God.
Yo.
My God. And I saw the internet going crazy. Oh, it's the courier. Great theory, but we don't know.
But we already know the courier at this point is he's either not there or he's long gone. It's been a long fucking time.
He doesn't want to be there. He or she does not want to be there. No. Yeah, but we got to see the NCR come back in full force, and dude, I got fucking goosebumps right now because we got to see them in full regalia, and man. as a veteran, seeing that uniformity and seeing it, which it should have been attention, not 10 hut. It's not a football game, but yeah.
Well, they're wearing football pads. They're wearing football pads. Let them see.
Fair. But dude, what a fucking moment! And then she's just like, the leader says, we got this.
We got it from here.
And then Maximus then walks through the other, which Lucy and Maximus within the last 4 hours were just on the other side of each other.
They were like right there.
If you know. And he walks through the wall and he sees Lucy, which I thought there was going to be a kiss of embrace, which I'm glad the kiss didn't happen.
Honestly, I'm glad that wasn't a forced relationship. Like, because he's him and she's her, they have to eventually. No, I like that they're brandishing that. They're it created a friendship and then worked on from there. But dude, them fucking reuniting finally, it was awesome. It's what we were waiting for. And then we also got the other reunion that it hurt. It fucking hurt because 200 plus years searching the fucking world, searching vault after vault, headquarters after headquarters for your wife and daughter just to come up short. Like that long journey. But yes,
with a message.
Big reveal here, which was my takeaway. This was all props to fucking Cooper, Howard, and Barb for thinking ahead of the game and mapping out how this was to fucking happen. Because yes, there was a phone call. All the phones in the airport, because this was a callback. We went back in time. All the phones. A phone call from fucking Robert House telling fucking Cooper, giving him the warning that, he's being watched, blah, blah, blah. Cooper then immediately lets Barb know, listen, I'm going to take the fall for this. You act surprised. So right then and there, we knew that their reunion was planned. They were supposed to reunite at some point. The fact that it took this long for the reunion to happen.
They were just having a conversation about Colorado right before it happened.
So
that was the
postcard.
That was the part that made me cry, the postcard, because that just means that she knows that he's out there somewhere.
Yes. Yes. She knew that he would fucking come, bro.
Yeah, so he drops the Pip-Boy, which you theorized could be
might be the beginning of Fallout 5. You awakening from one of those cryopods, because we saw there was a shitload more still sealed. You may be one of the guys escaping. You need a Pip-Boy, and the one you find is, hello, friend, on the fucking floor. Click! You're connected to house. onward with the next story.
Yeah,
But
but then as he's talking, Lucy and Max are reunited, but then we're watching Ghoul, and now
yo,
we're watching the show end as Ghoul is walking off into the sunset, looking at the mountains because we're going to Colorado, baby, a
and
new
let me
outlaw.
let me say it. I love that we're going to Colorado because it is merely mentioned and only a finale totem piece to a game that everybody thinks was the fucking worst in
With
these
Dog Day
titles.
Day.
But Tactics, this is a Brotherhood title, Tactics. One of the Vault Zero, bro. Vault Zero. That's all I gotta say. And the fact that the Enclave, we saw a full
Oh my God!
view of the Enclave
So,
within the mountains.
wait, it's confirmed that that's the same one that Sig was at.
Yeah.
That,
Oh yeah.
that-
Absolutely.
so that same
Now-
one is that's the same Enclave base, which we only saw a piece of in season 1.
Oh yeah. A
Which
little
was
piece
filmed-
too. Only a little fucking
Which
spectacle.
coincidentally was filmed in a Brooklyn train yard 3 years ago. Okay, that's the crazy part, and they expanded it. Okay, and it is a full-on Enclave station in the middle of the mountains in Colorado, and they
Mhm.
hear everything.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
now real quick,
Everything. Now, let me touch on this just to end it off because this is where we fucking ended this.
wait, before you get to that, we forgot one thing. Norm.
Oh yeah, Norm.
So Norm is safe, and
Yeah.
he's going back to the vault with Claudia, and it looks like next season he's gonna go back and tell the truth and see what happens.
Well, it looks like
Also,
next season he's going to be encountering some shit because
because Harper's got the Enclave Pit Boy, which how
Well,
is there Enclave Pit Boy?
well, not even just that. Again, we have a revolt happening right now. The same thing that happened in one of the other vaults, where everybody went against the authority. They were saying "kill death to management." We're having a repeat of this. The only difference now is that Steph has a control in the form of a fucking Enclave Pit Boy, and she already sent out the
How does
fucking
that exist?
dude. Exactly, but the call was to start initiate phase 2, guys. If you've been following up with where the show has been going and reading what the fuck has been displayed on the screen, phase 2 has something to do with FEV, meaning whatever is about to happen in that fucking vault, whatever is about to be
It's
released
gonna be bad.
in that vault, Norm is on his way to fucking confront. So season 3 is mapping out to be a couple of worlds worth of fucking craziness,
and a bunch of different locations.
craziness.
So now with that ending, we get a post-credit scene.
Oh my god,
Okay?
I
And the
marked
post-credit
the
scene.
fuck out.
Now Quintus is Dana's alive.
Yes,
Okay, and Quintus is alive, and Quintus is no
Well,
longer Quintus.
let's
the
be real.
Unifier.
a good chunk of that chapter is still
gone.
alive.
Well, alive, yeah, but a lot of them are fucking dead too. Now everyone looks fucked up. Everyone looks dead, but now Quintus is pissed off, and he's like, "I am no longer the Unifier. I am the Destroyer," and then puts out
Yo,
a blueprint of Liberty Prime Alpha.
yeah, which will definitely be it'll definitely be a
There's
difference
lot of
maker.
stuff to break down because there's a lot of questions here because it doesn't say that it doesn't mean that we're going to DC. It
Mm-mm.
either means that they're going to, because the last time we saw Liberty Prime was in Boston. Okay, so this means they either need to activate it or those blueprints are to build a new one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well,
So,
to title it Liberty Prime Alpha, that means it's a one version. It
yep,
means it's the primary version, meaning we can get a beta, we can get a fucking
yep,
Zeta,
which
you know.
were probably the ones over in Washington.
Uh-huh.
DC.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, there's a lot to take in there, a lot of content that we could come out
Oh,
with those theories and stuff for BRVG.
Dude.
This season turned out to be an interesting one.
Oh, yeah.
A great one, but a very interesting one, divisive amongst most of the fans. For me, I'm not mad at it. It is what it is.
No.
It's expected, you know. I just want them to do more now. At this point, I think it's time that they give us some kind of maybe a cartoon
We need to
spin-off.
expand the seasons. I think 8 episodes was too short. We could have
I
done with a
agree.
full dozen. Give us the full dirty dozen, and it would have been fucking well. And honestly, extend the fucking episodes longer, bro. Give us the full hour.
At least the finale.
Yeah,
I
give
mean,
us the full hour. Like,
I really feel. I mean, I really feel like that since they got the extra budget for this season, they really could have done. I guess they put all the budget into the death clause, whatever. But it doesn't have to be like that. Like honestly, give us 10 episodes because 10 episodes you'll be able to flesh out more of the story. Oh, you could literally have the first 3 episodes just character driven, like
mhm.
first episode all Ghoul with a cliffhanger for the next episode of Max and Lucy and stuff like that.
Yeah,
They might get Stranger Things hit if they added more time to it. Well, that's the thing. They can do whatever they want with this timeline now.
yeah. At this
So,
point, yeah,
yeah,
especially like where we're going. Where we're touching on Colorado, and that is
that's special. That's new.
that's a huge fuck. Not just special, like it's open ended the same way New Vegas was. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you could create any story out of that lore because the lore is open fucking ended. And with the Enclave at the helm, dude, anything is fucking possible going forward. Anything is fucking possible. Like
Absolutely.
this is exciting. Really fucking.
I'm excited because I am an Enclave fan to
Yeah.
the bone. I love my Brotherhood, but there's something about the Enclave that has always just made me and when we talk, me and Dabs are always like geeking out about Enclave too. But that is what you make of with Fallout, man. Fallout to me is the best game franchise with a storied lore.
Yeah.
Weapons are off the fucking hook.
Oh yeah.
The characters are so. I mean, you have the little
Dude,
cameos in the game too. I mean,
it
you
has
have
it has incredible practicality. That's what I like to call
yeah.
it. The game has
So
incredible fucking practicality.
yeah. So real quick, I have just quick facts, real quick, to end
Oh
the show with. The Great War lasted 2 hours. Okay. People mistaken Pip-Boy to just do a thumbs up. That's not
Mhm.
it. Okay, for those who don't know, the thumb is for when a nuclear bomb goes off. You put your thumb out
If it's
to
bigger than your
see.
thumb,
Yep, you
run,
gotta run. Yep, if it's bigger than your thumb, you gotta run.
run.
But yeah, that's the whole basis of that. Nuka-Cola was more valuable than some weapons contracts. Super mutants were created by using FEV.
Mhm.
Ghouls are irradiated humans, not zombies. And some ghouls are over 200 years old.
Mhm.
Death claws were originally military bioweapons, and Pip-Boys doubles as biometric monitors. And stim packs don't actually heal instantly in lore; they just stabilize.
Exactly.
And then some behind the scenes stuff. For those who don't know, Fallout was originally going to use GURPS tabletop rules, which is
Okay.
old school
Okay.
for those who know.
Damn.
Interplay lost the Fallout IP due to a financial collapse, and Bethesda bought Fallout in 2007.
Damn.
Fallout 3 almost wasn't first person. VATS exists because early FPS combat felt bad.
Mm.
New Vegas was made in 18 months, and that should say a lot about the game. Obsidian wasn't allowed bonuses due to Metacritic score.
Oh my god.
The War Never Changes monologue is iconic from Ron Perlman himself, who
Honey
played the
P.
Super Mutant. Which, what the fuck, guys? Big plot hole. Where the fuck was the Super Mutant?
We're talking about if you watch the fucking end sequence of the last Fallout episode, what do you see hanging around other than Caesar's Legion and NCR shit? Meat bags. And
There
he
you
was
go.
the one that said a war is coming. So
And it's funny because Ron Perlman said that he got paid $40 in a sandwich for the War Never Changes line. And Todd Howard pitched Fallout 3 by showing Oblivion with a gun.
the fuck out of here.
Now, I want you guys to think about this. For guys who haven't played the game but enjoyed the show, try the game.
Yeah.
Honestly, try the game.
Yeah.
It's a fun world. I mean, you have couples who play this together. You have all different types of inclusive groups playing this together. Political groups, you see people having conversations that are divisive, but then they sometimes find a way to make it right. You have moments like what's his name, Phil Spencer, getting nuked because of Xbox decisions, and there's just some great stuff that this world has. The community is amazing. The
Yeah,
world is amazing. And I just want you guys to know that Fallout isn't about the end of the world. It's about what parts of humanity survive when everything else burns.
yep.
And that's what is special about this world. You got any closing remarks before we get out of here?
Guys, just play the fucking game if you haven't. Give it a chance. Even if you don't like it, just give it a chance. The lore alone should be enough to draw
Yeah.
you in. It's an
Play with
incredible
mods.
fucking story. Incredible fucking story. And yeah, like you said, play with mods. Play the game as you see fit, because that's what this game was meant to do. Was give you the freedom and liberty to play as you see fit. So take advantage of it. It's definitely worth it. But other than that, be sure to tune in Friday morning, where we'll be back for another episode of Morning Rips. And also don't forget Saturday evening for Bong Rips and Video Games with Freshie, Sanchez, and my ugly ass. So stick around. Maybe one of us will stream in a bit, and maybe later on, who the fuck knows?
I got a little work to catch up on, but I do definitely want to try to get. I gotta play something. I've been, you know what I'm working on, those voice lines, and it's a lot harder than I thought it was.
Well, if you need help, you already know.
Well, I need you. I actually am going to need you, but we'll talk about that after, because NDAs and stuff like that. But
yeah, you can't do that. Shh.
Guys, we love you guys. Thank you so much for coming. Follow, like, subscribe, follow us, and all that good stuff. Have a good one.
So debonair, one look from you and time stands still. Somehow you hold that magic power that makes me fall apart when you step into the room. You're like a movie star when you sit at the bar. The crowd starts whispering your name. It's like a mystery that comes as no surprise to me. It's all about your beautiful eyes. One glance from you is all that it takes me. Romance then fills my soul and my heart just skips a beat. Somehow I've got to try to keep from being shy.